Hey guys, Mars Thinking here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so at the time that this video is going up, if you are watching it as soon as it goes live, we are about 16 hours after the premiere. I was going to say stream, but obviously it wasn't a live stream, of the Dragon Ball Heroes information and then the subsequent producer letter over on the global side. Obviously for me, it was super early in the morning, so I stayed up to watch it. Live reacted to it with some of you guys, made a little breakdown video, and then obviously I went to bed. Woke up, we obviously had the Bojack news, which I talked about in the earlier video. But yeah, take it after some time, like reflecting, thinking about like these things and seeing how everyone's been thinking. I wanted to do a video just sort of catching up and talking about thoughts on the celebration, the unit choices, and then have a quick look at the reaction from the community over on the actual official post here of the producer letter. Because I think it's pretty safe to say that the general consensus in the community is that people are disappointed. Obviously, with every release, there's always going to be some people that like it, some people that don't like it. I had a quick scan through some of the comments here already, and there are a couple of people saying, like, you know, I don't know what people are complaining about. I think all of these characters are cool, which is fair enough. And obviously, as somebody who is a Heroes fan, as you guys know, right, this is the home of the Heroes agenda. I don't dislike any of the choices, right? They're not characters that I think, oh, like, why we should never have gotten these guys as Heroes units. I think the reason a lot of people are disappointed is because this is the final Heroes celebration. So this was our last opportunity to get some really crazy stuff that could have been very interesting and fun. And they just kind of didn't do that, or at least as far as we know. So the one thing I will say now at the very beginning of this video, we have to preface this with knowing that we don't know what's going to go on for the rest of the month, right? Heroes is starting earlier than usual, and I'm not really sure why, because Slug just came out. We got the news for Bojack's EZA this morning, which means he's going to come out in a couple of days as well. So why are they still releasing parts of the, like, what is technically the Slug celebration and starting the Hero celebration at the same time, rather than waiting to start the Hero celebration like they normally do until later in the month? So obviously, you know, everyone will call it cope, like the Heroes fans desperately hoping for something else extra, but it does feel like there is potentially something else coming. And when we talked about the producer letter, there is the bit at the beginning that says some events and summons will be coming at a later date, but I believe after doing the initial video last night, where obviously we only had very little information to go on and very few like early translations, it does seem like the celebration starts on the 6th, but the banner doesn't come out straight away, the main banner. There's a possibility that like the EZA banner will be out and like the EZAs will be out straight away potentially, but it seems like the main summon banner is not going to be out straight away. So that bit in the first page of the producer letter where it says that some other summons may be coming later, that could literally just be referring to the actual main banner itself, because it isn't coming out on the first day, which then of course a lot of us took that as an indication that there would be some kind of part 2 banner, but that's not necessarily the case. So it is very interesting to think about why they've chosen the characters they chose. I talked about this in the video that I made like earlier after the live stream, but it seems very weird for me for them to start going into characters from the Eos, like Time War and Warriors in Black arc, when they're obviously not going to finish it, because this is the last Heroes collaboration. So like we know that we've got the free-to-play unit is like the female Warrior in Black. I can't remember what her name is, but Yamcha's girlfriend, the ice like race. I think Lags, the previous free-to-play unit, is like the same race from the same like universe or whatever. And then we have the Bardock like Warrior in Black, that because I don't think it's revealed until he's Bardock until a little bit later. And then obviously in that arc, Eos has multiple Warriors in Black. There's the future Warrior in Black, which is future Gohan from a separate timeline. And then there's the Namekian Warrior in Black, which is Piccolo from a different timeline. But we're never going to get those because we're not going to get any more Hero celebrations. So it seems really weird to be dipping into a new saga, because Fu and the Universe Tree Goku, as the two headliners, they are kind of the end of some of the stuff that we got last time, like with the Super Saiyan 3 Rose and stuff like that. This is like kind of ending up that part of the saga, like following on from Dark King Fu and everything. So they make sense as the headliners, but the rest of the picks just seem really odd considering everything else that we could have got. So I'm just going to have a brief scan through here in the comments and get a brief perspective of the community's thoughts here. So obviously shout out to my boy Living Ichigo. Where are they, Dokkan? Exactly, these were the two most hype choices, I think, for anyone for this celebration. Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta or Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Gogeta. I think it's mentioned multiple times in the comments as we scroll down, but we got Super Saiyan 4 Vegito and we got Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. If this is the final celebration and we're not getting any more Heroes characters, we never got a Heroes Gogeta, which is very disappointing, especially considering Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Gogeta is the one who defeats Full Power Rose, who we got last year. So we got Full Power Rose, but we didn't get the Gogeta that he fights, which is very strange. So Platty, going to be real with you guys, this one kind of sucks. I know Platty is a big Heroes fan as well, so the disappointment runs deep for those of us that were super hype. Raudo, yeah, put his comment here. Celebration is 4 weeks long compared to the usual 2 weeks we get. We're definitely getting something else. I mean, this is the thing. We can't say we're definitely getting something because who knows what they're gonna do. But yeah, that's the hope, right? But the thing is, as much as I hope that that's the case, right, where this seems a little bit lackluster because more stuff is coming in part 2, at the same time, I kind of don't like that, especially for, you know, if you're a free to play or a low spender, or even someone who does like spend a bit of money on the game. Like, you're going to want these Heroes characters if you're a Heroes fan. Like, I will summon for the units. I want to try them out, get them maxed out. You know, we'll still be keeping that Heroes hype alive on the channel. But then if there's a second banner in part 2, then it just means more stuff to summon on. And if they deliberately saved all the really hype stuff for part 2, so then you've like wasted your stones in part 1 and essentially are in a position where you have to buy more or you can't summon on the part 2 banner, I do think that that will be very disappointing. Like, you will see the attitude of the community potentially shift. Like, if they announce a part 2 LR banner and it is like Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Blue Evolution Gogeta, like these go as is one card, like this right here as a unit, but it's a part 2 LR, you will see a bunch of people be like, yes, this is awesome, final hero celebration is saved, which it will be hype, but at the same time it's like, so now there's another banner to summon on. It's like we were talking about with the anniversary for Global, when people were speculating that they were going to add Cell Max at the end of the anniversary. Instead, we basically got Tech UI Goku straight away, and then a bunch of other banners pretty much like week to week. And it's hype for those characters to come out, but it just means more stuff to summon on, which isn't great for a lot of the player base, right? So we'll see. Yeah, Kev tagging me here. The Masked Ningen, don't read the bottom of the third picture. Yep, that's the one where it says this will be the final Heroes celebration. And then we got our boy Prof here, another huge Heroes fan in the community, the number 2 Heroes fan over here. You had Super Full Power Limit Breaker Gogeta, you had Xeno Omega Shenron, Super Saiyan 3 Raditz, but no, you had to go for the Super Timeline Goku instead of an actual Heroes related unit. Biggest FU for Heroes fans. And then, yeah, the featured units. Wow, this is worthless. Because, yeah, this is what we were saying in the stream last night. And I think somebody does sum it up in a comment, so I don't want to go into it too much here before we read that one, because I know it's a little bit further down. But I mentioned it in the video last night. One of the most fun things about Heroes is getting all these random units and characters that we would never get otherwise. And yes, the universe tree absorbed Goku, and he has the animation with the Super Saiyan 4 as like an active skill where they team up. That is something that is unique to Heroes, but it is a Goku card. And the blue Goku that absorbs the universe tree is the main timeline Goku. He's not the Xeno Goku. So he is technically the Goku from Dragon Ball Super. So it seems like a disappointing use of a Heroes headlining slot as a character that isn't really a Heroes character, even though it's a Heroes unique form, right? So a little bit disappointing. Somebody, Hiyori only here says, only W I'm seeing. This is the thing about, we were still planning to strengthen collaboration characters by Extreme Z awakening them and more, whatever that means. So please look forward to it. So, you know, the future characters are still going to get easy A's. I assume that's going to mean that next year, regardless of what happens in November, whether it's a Divers collab, some other kind of crossover collab, or just nothing, and it's just a normal Dokkan Fest, we're still going to get the next set of like Heroes easy A's, which at least there's that, right? We have Super Saiyan Rose. You could have ended it with a banger. Yep, Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker Gogeta. So is there a part 2 to this? You guys fumbled so bad. The Cell gif. Yeah, where is Blue Evolution Gogeta? There he is, taking down Full Power Rose. Seems light to me. See, we've got one person. I think the units, I think this person got 2 accounts because it's like word for word the same post. I think the art looks fire and I can't wait to summon for these. I do wish we got some different units as well, but you can't win them all. Now that is true, but I think the reason why people are disappointed is it's one thing, like if we get a bad Dokkan Fest, then it's like, well, you can't win them all. You know, we're going to get another Dokkan Fest next month anyway. We're going to get Dokkan Fest LRs for the big celebrations. But for Heroes, it's once a year, and this is the final one. So it feels like out of all the celebrations, this is the one where it seems weird to have the attitude, you can't win them all. It's like, well, this is the last one. This is the one that really needed to be a W, right? So, yeah, I think this was the comment that I saw. The Super Dragon Ball Heroes Collab Special Campaign is an event that brings together characters and elements from the Heroes universe into other Dragon Ball games. These campaigns and character introductions continue to expand the Heroes universe, offering fans fresh content and engaging gameplay experiences. This almost seems like an advertisement post. Now that I'm reading it again, I think this is probably just this person saying that it is still good because it's showing other Heroes characters to people. But I thought that this was what I was saying about the Universe Tree Goku, where the whole point of the Heroes thing is bringing these Heroes characters to other games. I thought it was kind of reinforcing that. It's a bit disappointing that it's a Goku, but now that I reread it, maybe I'm not sure. It says, it is funny the number of people that, you know, the Dragon Ball fans can't read meme is still alive and well. Like, this is likely your final Heroes collab and you didn't add a single fusion. I mean, literally the post they're replying to says that it's the final collaboration, but no Limit Breaker Xeno Vegeta, non-Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Goku is only a part of the animation and not playable. Yeah, no Xeno fusions. Very disappointing. Where's Limit Breaker Gogeta? You should be ashamed of yourselves, waste of a final celebration. And there you go, we've got somebody, Vidal. This is peak. I don't know why everyone's complaining. And yeah, I think it is just because, like I say, the choices are cool, but they're not what everyone would have wanted, right, for the final celebration. Like this, what Dokkan needs to be doing for the last hero celebration, and this is a unit from the game where you've got Super Saiyan 4 Vegito and Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta together as like a combo attacking card, like a joined forces card, or Super Gogeta and Super Vegito together. And then look at that, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, like tag exchange, I think it is. Like, so much crazy stuff. Like, you would think, as we've been speculating up until now, if for the final hero celebration, this is where you go crazy and you do that kind of insane stuff, right? Like have Gogeta and Vegito together on a card, right? Because this is the last time we're ever going to get it. So, you know, go all out, basically. Oh yeah, I saw this. I think I retweeted this, the Squid Games meme. Me getting ready to watch it. Happy face. Me after. Devastated face. So yeah, last collab. There should be something special and it's so random. Good old MJF mid meme. It was right there, bro. Yep, the 2 Gogetas. No LR or double Gogetas. I'm done. You all had one job. Blue Evolution, yep. Still didn't get Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Vegito, which would have been really cool. Get back in the kitchen. The meal is not finished. No fusion. Last Heroes character, yeah, and you all picked. Nothing good. Yeah, this better mean a part 2. This is the thing, right? Some campaigns and summons will be available at a later date, but it does seem like that is actually the main banner. But lineup is pretty mid for something that's never getting updated. Big fat planetary L. For a final celebration, at least go all out. Example, double LR, which a mass amount of the players wanted. Even the EZAs are kind of below average. I mean, the Trunks and Pan EZAs seem okay, but we haven't seen any of the other ones, so we don't know. Telling me Final Heroes collab and you don't give us Blue Evolution Gogeta. Actually, they did mention, they don't say Heroes characters specifically, but future buffs for collaboration characters, maybe. These other ones could come back, because yeah, the Heroes units are potentially going to go the way of the Arale cards, where after this celebration, they're just not available anymore. So that'll be the interesting thing to see now as well, like at the end of the celebration, if they agree, like if they announce that they're going to go into the general pool or something. But least type thing I could ever imagine to end Heroes, Uber skip. Now hear me out, there's a reason they made a crossover category. Imagine other anime. Yeah, I don't think Dokkan is very likely to do crossovers with other anime. Like they never have before. They did that One Piece one like 8 years ago, and we didn't even get an actual One Piece character. It was just a boss fight where you fight a character from One Piece. So I don't think there's going to be a any other anime collabs. Please add the characters to the general pool. Yep. If these all just became unobtainable after they're gone, it's going to suck so much. Very true. Thanks for making one of the worst celebrations ever. I may uninstall the game. Thanks for that. So that's a bit extreme. They had so many potential characters to release. Why end it? Could have had content for another 4+ years easily. I mean, obviously, the reason that they've ended it has got to be something to do with because the game itself, the arcade game, has come to an end and ended service. I imagine it's got something to do with the licensing rights and everything that goes along with that. So it is a shame that there couldn't be some sort of arrangement that they could continue to do these, because so many other characters that we didn't get, which is a real shame. But yeah, so last year we got Super Dragon Ball Heroes, can't put out interesting characters. Oh, last year we get Heroes characters, can't put out interesting characters. We're doing horribly this year. Yeah, people have been a bit disappointed, especially as we start to like get down to, you know, how people felt about the worldwide celebration. We started off the year really, really well with Dokkan bringing out some really good units, really good easy A's. But yeah, it's definitely seeming a little bit on the lackluster side. I guess we will have to wait and see whether there will be anything else coming in part 2. I know this is something that people really wanted to see, that we talked about, the triple generation, like Kamehameha with Super Saiyan 4 Bardock, UI Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Future Gohan. And yeah, it's just a shame to think about all these characters that we are never going to get now, because we're not going to get another Hero celebration. All the characters I wanted to see, Masked Super 17, Dark Mask Broly. Yeah, it's just a real shame that, because if it's the last Heroes collab, I feel like the way they're wording it, even though they could do other collaboration like things in the future and other crossover stuff, it kind of implies that they can't use the Heroes characters specifically, because that's the licensing right for Heroes. So I don't know, it's yeah, the majority of the comments, apart from people, are either mentioning specific characters that are missing, or people are just like incredibly disappointed. So there you go, we'll leave that as the I feel like this is a pretty good summary of my reaction when we saw the 5 new characters that will be released. Like I say, with 5 characters, I mentioned this in a tweet, I think I replied to one of Truth's posts as well, like they only show in the producer layer 5 new characters, which means the banner is either going to be 5 featured units, which in a way is kind of good because it's easier to get them, but are they going to just throw 2 random old units on there? Are there actually 2 extra units that for some reason they just didn't announce in the producer layer? Which I don't see why would they do that? It seems very odd. I know they have kept some stuff like back in the past when they've done these announcements and stuff, but usually, especially because the celebration is going to start so soon, by the time the celebration's about to start, we do know like who all the characters are. So very, very strange. I guess we'll have to wait and see like what the banner is actually going to end up looking like. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. General consensus, I say, scrolling through those comments, it's like 95%, I was gonna say 90%, but it might even be more, 95% negative. It's either people being disappointed, mentioning specific characters or missing, and then there's what we saw, maybe 3 posts in those entire list of replies of people saying, nah, this is good. So let me know what you guys think. Obviously, as a big Heroes fan, like I am still hyped for Heroes. I'm definitely hyped for the Easy A's. I want to see how good these units are, because whilst they're not my top picks, like if they're good units, then they're going to be fun to use. Obviously, Fu and Demon Kingdom Eagle are going to be on Slug's team. Meki Cobra's Easy A, like that team should be really cool after this. Universe Tree Goku has the potential to be really good. If you look at how good Limit Breaker Vegito was last year when he released as the main Heroes headliner. So I'm still going to keep my spirit up, keep my hopes up that the Heroes celebration is still going to be enjoyable. Maybe there'll be something in part 2, maybe there won't, who knows. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out all the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.